This July 25th through 30th, 2021, Magisterra is proud to announce the Magisterra Summer String Institute. This is a week-long summer string institute for students ages 6 to 25 that will include daily private lessons, daily choral and vocal training, rhythmic drum circles and rhythmic training, sight reading classes for young kids, opportunities to perform solo and in ensembles with their peers, and opportunities for the younger students to attend high-level master classes with university students. Magisterra is gathering its roster of string teachers on violin, viola, and cello for this week, and we will have top-notch teachers instructing students from ages 6 to 25 at all different levels. Students will also have opportunities to gather in small chamber ensembles with their peers. Our students will also have the opportunity to attend our opening faculty recital, which will be on Sunday, July 25th. And also we'll have the opportunity to attend our final senior performance on Saturday, July 31st at Museum London. Magisterra is also excited to include this year stretching and yoga for musicians so that students will have instruction on how to be physically aware, how to keep their bodies healthy while they play. And also we're excited to enlist a first-rate faculty of art teachers and choral and vocal method teachers. Junior and intermediate students will also have the opportunity to attend outdoor activities, sporting activities, and fun kind of afternoon leisure time with their musical peers. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we still have some details as to location to be confirmed, so please stay tuned by following us on social media and following our Eventbrite listing of the Magisterra Summer String Institute, where we'll have full details as they become available, and also, of course, following whatever health regulations will be in place come July 2021. We are also excited to partner with London's Growing Chefs program in providing hot lunches for our students every day, so you won't have to worry about packing a lunch. You can just come as you are with your instrument and focus on the important act of making music.
Hello, my name is Abigail Richardson Schulte, and I am a composer. I'm busy writing a work for the Magisterra Soloists and famous Canadian baritone Russell Braun. This piece will premiere in 2021 in April and is supported generously by the Ontario Arts Council. Now, in considering the text for this piece, Annette Barbara Vogel asked me to look at the text used by Robert Schumann in his famous song cycle called Dichterliebe. And Schumann used the text by Heinrich Heine, a German romantic poet who wrote the words, well, about 200 years ago. And in looking at those words today, I see them with a very different focus, and one involving climate change. I'll give you an example of some of the text. On a sunny summer morning, I went out into the garden. The flowers were talking and whispering, but I was silent. They looked at me with pity and said, "Don't be cruel to our sister, you sad, death-pale man." The next poem goes on to say, "I wept in my dream, for I dreamt you were in your grave. I woke, and tears ran down my cheeks." Now, I look forward to setting this text in both English and German for baritone and for strings. I really encourage you to donate to the Magisterra Soloists. They're a fantastic organization. And aside from performing contemporary work, which is very important to remain part of our cultural scene, they also provide another valuable service, and that is the mentorship of young musicians. It's often very difficult to get a career started as a young performer or composer and to get the relevant very high-level professional experience required to succeed in our field. And Magisterra has a fantastic mentorship program which addresses this. I think they're also doing a fantastic job in going ahead this season. Many organizations aren't having a season at all, but Magisterra has got a season going ahead, and we should really support them in this endeavor. So thank you very much, and I look forward and I hope to see you in April.
Hello, my name is Robin Hasenflug, and I'm a cellist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was on the Magisterra Soloists roster in 2018 and 2019. When our artistic director, Annette Barbara Vogel, invited me to join Magisterra, I was thrilled. The prospect of performing with internationally renowned musicians, as well as discovering a new body of repertoire, was extremely exciting. I would be preparing works by some of Canada's finest composers, as well as traditional classical works with an esteemed selection of musicians. The experience proved to be even more of a thrill than I expected. Our Magisterra at the Museum concerts are such a pleasure. Museum London is the perfect setting for chamber music, and our audience has been incredibly enthusiastic. To me, this is the perfect combination for a priceless experience for both the musicians and the community. With the latest demands of COVID-19, Magisterra has some great options for concertgoers. Museum London follows the government and city guidelines for gathering in public spaces. As a result, there is limited seating available, as audience members are seated at least 6 feet apart. For those who prefer to enjoy our concerts from home, concerts are posted online for 48 hours after the live performances. If you would like to be a part of the Magisterra experience, please join the many generous audience members who have contributed to making these incredible concerts possible. For ticket information or how you can donate to Magisterra, please visit www.magisterra.com. Thank you.
Thank you, and good afternoon to all my friends in Magisterra Soloists, north of the border. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to addressing you, and first of all, to thank you for the many times that you had me as a guest artist over the course of over a year, actually. I remember wonderful concerts in London, Ontario, at your home base, elsewhere in Ontario, in Toronto, then trips to Quebec, Montreal, and some places in Quebec that I have never been to. So thank you for the geography lesson. Thank you for the friendship. Annette I've known not for years, but for decades, and the opportunity to get reacquainted and to have many meals together, many delicious meals, and to work together again, and the many new friends that I've made playing with this wonderful group. And also the lesson in repertoire. My goodness, we played some tried and true masterpieces that I've been playing for years, then some other masterpieces by lesser known composers that I've never had the opportunity to work on, like the Penderecki Quartet. I remember it's a piece that I loved for a lot of years. I frankly, I never thought I'd have the chance to play it, and there it is. And then the true lesson of some totally lost, wonderful works by particularly 19th century women that have been overlooked, and very unjustly so. And so you can teach an old dog like me new tricks. So thank you for the learning experience. What a great treat it was to take those trips and to play those concerts with a group that has such a commitment, which really emanates from Annetta. Chamber music is her blood and her heart, and this is truly contaminated the rest of the group, which is also in another wonderful way an intergenerational group. You have old masters like some of us that are older, and then some of our former students joining in, creating a community that has this great north in common, which is the love of this discipline. So thank you. I hope to do it again. And last but not least, I want to address your audience, which is a lucky bunch to have this group that is very committed. And I'm sure at this time you're missing them a lot, like we all are. It's going to take some time, but this too shall pass. And when it does, I know all of you in London, like I am here in Michigan, are going to be hungry and thirsty and ready to get back on stage and communicate in this live experience that is unique and that we've tried to replace with videos and other things in a way that is certainly positive, but it's not the same thing. And we'll be very glad to get back on stage and share again. So kudos to all of you and good luck in this fundraiser. All of you do your part like I will. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Derek Conrad, and this past September I had the great pleasure of performing Beethoven's Septet with Magisterra Soloists. London is so fortunate to have this wonderful chamber music society, and I encourage you to give them all of your support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jillian, and I'm currently a first-year doctoral candidate in violin performance at Western University. I study with Professor Anata Barbara Vogel. I joined Magisterra as a fellow in 2016, and looking back, it's been quite a journey, I would say, with a lot of rewarding experiences and musical challenges. It really helped to shape me to become a better musician. As a fellow, I had the most amazing opportunity to participate in the 6-city tour in Brazil. And I got to interact with local musicians and students, and I realized how music is such a universal language, since we spoke really different languages. But music helped us to communicate. As a fellow, one of the most valuable skills I learned and I gained exposure to was to learn a lot of repertoire in a very short period of time. It also increased my exposure to a lot of new and contemporary repertoire. I also had the opportunity to participate in the Magisterra school program, in which we performed in front of hundreds of school children. I still remember seeing the children's big and curious eyes when it was their first time singing an instrument, and they became really engaged with the musical activity we brought to them. I find the fellow program and the organization to be incredibly valuable and inspiring. It really helped a young musician like me to prepare for the professional world. I look forward to what kind of music and events Magisterra Soloists will bring to us next. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marilène Jagraroy, and I'm a violist from Canada, and I live in Pittsburgh. I've been in the States for many years, but I had the great opportunity to come and play with the Magisterra Soloists in London, Ontario, at a couple occasions. Founder and music director Anata Barbara Vogel invited me, and it's been a great pleasure to perform these wonderful musicians. And I wanted to take a moment to thank all the supporters and the audience members that have been supporting this ensemble for a few years, and I would encourage you to keep supporting this ensemble, as we musicians need to keep thriving in these strange times, so that when we go back to normal, we can bring live music to you again. Anyway, so thank you so much, and please stay well.
I've been a Magisterra Fellow for the past 4 years now, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities it's presented. Throughout the program, I've gained a wealth of experience that has helped shape me as a musician and has given me a platform to perform professionally. As a university student at Western, outside of my studies in performance, I found it difficult to gain professional experience in the classical musical field, especially in London. The Fellows program gave me the experience that I was lacking, putting me in a position where I found I was surrounded by dedicated professionals and had to constantly be engaged and heighten my playing senses. One of my fondest memories during my time as a fellow was when I was invited to perform with the group on their 2019 tour across Ontario and Quebec. It was my first experience touring and performing so frequently over the course of 2 weeks, and was my first time performing in the string arrangements that we had. Again, I was surrounded by professional musicians from across North America, and they made sure that every day was a learning experience. As I developed chamber rehearsal etiquette, furthered my sensitivity, adaptability, and professionalism as a musician. And every day I was constantly pushed by everyone in the group to try and bring something fresh, unique, and insightful with each performance, and was always held accountable when I did. I believe these kind of experiences are so unique to the Magisterra Fellows program, and frankly, irreplaceable to young musicians like myself, as it gives us an opportunity to meet and perform with renowned musicians with lifetimes of experiences who we would not have had the possibility of doing so otherwise. The development I've seen in myself and my peers in the program has been exponential, as the standard of playing is expected at the highest professional level in every rehearsal and every performance. The Christmas concerts are exemplary of the dedication to providing the greatest level of artistry classical music has to offer throughout London and across Ontario annually. Magisterra is an indispensable program as it not only offers young musicians a place to develop their craft, but provides the London community with another layer of culture, as Magisterra helps foster a love for classical music in young students through their Magisterian school programs and their Young Performers Awards. If you can, please donate to the group so they can continue to bring music throughout London. Any donation would be appreciated, and every dollar counts towards helping provide a wealth of musicians, whether it be students or professionals, the opportunity to have a platform to share their voice with the community. Thanks again.
Hello, I'm Fernando Pereira. I'm violinist at Orquestra Petrobras Sinfônica and professor in the University of Music in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. In 2020, I had the honor of being invited by the Magisterra Soloists group to perform concerts in Canada. It was really an incredible experience. The year later, they came to Brazil to play in many cities here in a really successful tour. I think London is very lucky to have this group because they are very dedicated to art, to music and education. So donate for them to continue this work in these difficult moments because of the high level of the musicians, because of the professionalism that they work, and most of all because of their creativity to offer arts for everybody. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Beck and I'm currently a fourth-year violin performance student at Western University. I had the opportunity to perform as a Magisterra Fellow in the Magisterra Soloists Ensemble in 2019 of December. Even though I had played in many different ensembles and chamber groups, this group was like no other I'd ever been a part of. I found that playing, rehearsing, and performing as a Magisterra Fellow was invigorating, full of learning opportunities, and overall a very active environment. It was the first time I was ever surrounded by a professional, serious group of musicians who strived to make the best music possible. And although it was daunting at first, I eventually got the hang of it and knew what was expected. As a musician, I found this experience valuable and helped me grow as a violinist. I'm glad that I'll be staying in London for another few years, since that will allow me to have more opportunities to work with the Magisterra Soloists Ensemble and learn even more about music and musicianship. I feel it is important to keep this organization going in the city so that people can see how amazing music can be and how important it is that the arts stay alive in this world.